Hello everyone, welcome to yet another 2-Minute Tuesday. Today I want to talk about a tip that I've been using for years. I think it makes it easy for the users that are, leveraging the user interface, especially users that are looking to get, they want to gain like as much performance as possible. They want to have the least amounts of clicks. And in some cases, I don't measure the effectiveness of the user interface based on, the least amount of clicks or whatever. But in some cases, it does make sense. So this is one of those cases. There are several ways in which we can create records in Dynamics when the records are not there. So for this example, and by the way, let's start the countdown and let's go. For this example, I'm going to use a case. So if I'm working with cases in the system, for example, we can capture the customer and we can capture the contact, right? The problem is that if the person that is calling is not someone who is connected to that customer, you have to create it. So you have to go into the lookup and then maybe change view, and then you have to like go around and kind of work your way to create a record in the system, which is a pain. Or you have to create them and add them from here, or there's several ways to do it. So to make it easier for users, what I do is I add a field called existing contact. I'm asking them if this is an existing contact. And by default, the answer is yes. We want them to look up. We want them to go into it. And you notice that this is a ticket for Fourth Coffee. So because of that, it's showing me contacts for Fourth Coffee. Everything is good. Now I look at the contacts. I realize that, yeah, none of these guys are here. Maybe somebody, I don't know, John Doe is calling in, and John is not in the system. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to allow them to switch this to no. And now with the business rule, notice that the field completely changes. Now I'm asking for individual information. So now they can enter this information. So you just pick John Doe in this example. John Doe. Email is John at, doesn't matter that it's misspelled, fourthcoffee.com. And then John is the manager of devices. I'm just making something up. It doesn't matter. Now, before I hit save, I just want to show you what happens. Behind the scenes, there's a workflow that is looking for changes in this field, existing contact. And then it checks to see if there's any data and all of that. If all the data is filled in. And obviously, you can do this in any flavor. You can make some of these field require or not. With the business rule that is showing them or hiding them, you can, change the requirement permissions and things. You can get pretty crafty with it, and in a real project I would probably look into ways to make this even sharper, but this is just for a demo purpose. So you can see as soon as I save it, the real-time workflow runs in and it changes the existing contact from no to yes. It creates the contact behind the scenes. It connects John Doe to Fourth Coffee. I'm actually going to click on it so you can see it. Let's go navigate to John Doe. But you can see the account name is Fourth Coffee. The workflow pulled the account from the customer field on the case, and obviously filled in the information that we provided. First name, last name, job title, email address, phone number, whatever fields you have in there, you can, transfer essentially with the with the workflow that creates the content. You can see the email up here and the job title right there, manager of devices. So that's how that works. Once again, the workflow, I like to use the workflow because it's in real time. And if I do it in real time, and let's just do one really quick, another one right here. Let's just say this is not an existing contact, fill it up with information just like that. If I hit save, boom, it just creates a contact right away. It just makes it super, super simple for the users. They just created a contact. It's already connected to the customer. It's already connected to the case. Everything just works. So I hope you enjoyed the tip this week, and we'll see you next week.